Good morning everyone. So today we will start with the as we are continuing with the parturition into the reproductive system. Today we will continue with the role of the uterus into the parturition. So as you know, uterus is the main organ or main reproductive organ that will continuously into the help continuously into continuously it will help or it will carry the baby into it for the pregnancy. So what is the role of the uterus during the parturition? So once it started, the uterine contraction causes the development of more and more strong contraction. So once, as I told you yesterday also, that uterine contraction will be start by into the last month or before the 6 weeks of the it will start when the after the pregnancy. It will start after the 6 weeks of the pregnancy. So once it is start, it will cause the development and it will cause the regular as well as the continuously sharp contraction. It will develop continuously sharp contraction as well as the strong contraction. So that is the irritation. That is because of the irritation of the that is also get. It will also cause the irritation of the uterine muscle during the initial contraction, leads to further reflex contraction. So due to that the uterine muscle will get irritate, and because of that it will also known as the which is also known as the reflex contraction. Now it is also called as the positive feedback mechanism. It plays an important role not only into the producing number of the uterine contraction but also the contraction to become more and more powerful. So this reflex contraction or this positive feedback mechanism which is helpful for the uterine contraction, because due to that this contraction will become not only it will not become only sharp, or it will not become high in frequency, but it also become more powerful to produce the contraction, as well as it also produce the dilatation of the cervix. So due to that delivery of the baby can be easily done. Next is role of cervix. So what is the role of cervix due to the into the parturition? So cervix is also play an important role in increasing the strength of the uterine contraction. So when the head of the fetus is forced against the cervix during the first stage of labor, the cervix stretches. So as they told, increasing in the strength, increasing into as I told you that it is this muscle contraction is also helpful for the dilatation of the cervix. So as the uterine contraction is increased into the size as well as into the frequency, at that time at that time the fetus is also forced to it is also forced against the cervix during the this process will be occur during the first stage of the labor. So during this time the cervix will get stretched, and because of this stretching it will cause the stimulation of the muscles of the cervix, as well as it will which in turn result the reflex contraction of the uterus. So this cervix due to this stretching of the cervix, it will cause the stimulation of the muscle of the cervix, and due to that this reflex contraction of the uterus will be occur. So it is about the role of the uterus, role of the cervix into the parturition. Now there are some hormones which will also help for the parturition, like there are maternal hormones and the fetal hormones. So maternal hormone which will include the oxytocin, prostaglandin, cortisol, catecholamines and the relaxin. These 5 hormones which will help through the maternal blood or maternal body into the parturition. And what are the fetal hormones? So from the fetal side, this oxytocin, cortisol and the prostaglandin hormones which will helpful for the which will help to the during the parturition moment. Next is there are some placental hormones like estrogen, progesterone, prostaglandin, which are also helpful for the parturition moment, parturition phase or parturition phase. So there are 3 hormones which are secreted by the placenta, like estrogen, progesterone and the prostaglandin. So estrogen, first we will talk about the estrogen. So estrogen is a continuously continuously secrete with the progesterone hormone throughout the gestation period. However, in the later stage, this estrogen hormone will release much more in compared to the progesterone hormone. So what is the function of the estrogen? So estrogen will increase the force of the uterine contraction. Second, it will also increase the number of the oxytocin receptor into the uterine wall, as well as it will accelerate the synthesis of the prostaglandin from the uterus. So these three function of the estrogen which will carry out during the parturition phase. So first it will increase the uterine contraction forces, and because of that this uterine muscle contraction will be aggravated, or it will get more sharp, or it will get more higher in frequency. Second is increase in the number of the oxytocin receptor in uterine wall. Second, the oxytocin substance will oxytocin receptor will be increased into the uterine wall, which will help by the estrogen hormone. Third is accelerate the synthesis of the prostaglandin from the uterus. Estrogen will also helpful into the it will also helpful for the synthesis of the prostaglandin from the uterus. So these three function which is done by the estrogen. Second is progesterone. So progesterone is also play an important role into the parturition, but not in a direct way, into the indirect way. So throughout the period of the gestation, this progesterone will suppress the uterine contraction, and it also inhibit the synthesis prostaglandin. So this progesterone will indirectly inhibit the prostaglandin synthesis. It all inhibit the prostaglandin, and due to because of that this synthesis of the prostaglandin which is necessary for the uterine contraction. Now, as the progesterone will inhibit the prostaglandin synthesis by inhibiting the releasing of the enzyme phospholipase A, and which is essential for the prostaglandin synthesis. So this what progesterone will do? So progesterone will suppresses the uterine contraction throughout the gestation period, or throughout the pregnancy till the labor phase. So as the prostaglandin will be indirectly inhibited by the progesterone. So due to that so main function of the progesterone is that only it will inhibit the prostaglandin synthesis, and due to that it will suppresses the uterine contraction till the labor phase will be begin. And next is oxytocin. So what is there are some function of the oxytocin which will in this first will it will cause the contraction of the smooth muscle of the uterus, and it will enhances the labor. Now during the later stage of the pregnancy, the number of the receptor for the oxytocin will increases in the wall of the uterus, and by the influencing of the estrogen. So it will inhibit the effect of the estrogen, and due to that oxytocin receptor will be increased into the uterine wall, and because of this this uterus wall become more sensitive to the oxytocin hormone. So this process is done by the oxytocin. Second effect is oxytocin will stimulate the release of the prostaglandin into the diaphragm. So oxytocin is released into the large amount quantity during the labor. It is due to the neuroendocrine reflex. So during this movement of the fetus through the cervix. So during the labor phase, the movement of the fetus during the cervix through the cervix, the receptor of the cervix which are stimulated, and it will start discharging the large amount of the impulses. So these impulses will carried out to the hypothalamus, and hypothalamus will be give command to release the oxytocin hormone. So this is the way that how the oxytocin will started secreting during the labor phase. Now large amount of the quantity of the oxytocin will release during the labor phase, which will enhance the labor, and the release of the more amount of the oxytocin occurs due to the positive feedback. So large amount of the oxytocin will release with by the positive feedback. Now next is relaxation, that we will see into the next video. Thank you.